Hi, my name is Sebastian. This episode of My Home, we're going to be talking about water leakage in the house. Right, it's a very common issues in most homes in Malaysia, especially after the rainy season. You'll find that a lot of house will have water issues, and when we talk about water issues, usually we're talking about external water, which is mainly rainwater that finds its way into the inside of the house. This is a very typical issues. It's internal wall, but this internal wall is actually on the outside is facing the exterior, which is exposed to the weather. Now, so what happened is that during construction, the wall may not be done appropriately, as such that there will be cracks and water will find its way through the cracks and will eventually travel inside. You can see that all this kind of rusty stain is actually water stain. Okay, when it becomes worse, then you have mold that grows on the wall. Then you're gonna have a health issue when mold starts to grow inside of the wall. So today I'm just gonna show you some of the easy way. Okay, it's not the best fixed, but some easy way to stop it for a while until you find the right person. Or I would say that for waterproofing, it's best to get a right person, or you get the right equipments and tools and materials to help you to do a better job. I'm relying on some of the very common tools and equipments and products usually you find in most homes, like a can of WD-40 and a bucket of a putty filler, which is a wall filler, right? And these are some common things that you have at home that you can get a quick fix until you get, and unless you want to get it properly done. Okay, let me stress again, this is by no means the one fixed, 100% fixed kind of things that you can get it done in one time. Okay, first of all, we have things here. I'll get some tools to remove it. Well, there used to be some wiring here, so you can see that. Oh, let me see. I have to remove it so that it'll be out of the way. Because of the water issue, you can see that the skirting, the timber skirting is kind of giving way. Yeah. So you see that when I remove all these fasteners for the wires, and you leave some holes, right? Actually, you can find wall putties, I won't say wall putties, but putties or fillers just for wood. Okay, but the thing about that is that the color may not be white. It's actually kind of a wood color, right? The only thing is to fill up the timber so it doesn't leave a hole. But unfortunately, today we're not going to cover that. Okay, you'll see some holes here and see some holes there. In future, I'll fix it up. Okay, now coming back to this. All right, first of all, of course, we got to scrape away, right, all this, which the paint is coming off. Right, it's actually detached from the wall. You got to give it a good scrape. Okay, you need a scraper, a metal scraper like this. Okay, just give it a good scrape until you get most of the paint that is detached from the wall off, until you see the actual wall, if you can, right? Okay, now as you can see a bit of grey. Here's the wall, right? But I want to see more of the grey. So you're going to use a bit of energy, right, to get it off. But the reason we have to do that is that if you don't do that, you don't remove most of the paint, or if you can remove all the paint, even better, then the next procedure is not going to work very well. Okay. Now what do you do? Okay, like I said, this is not 100% fixed. This is a quick remedy. As we know, WD-40 has a lot of function water function is actually provide some form of waterproofing. I would say this is the best waterproofing. Okay, this is just a trick that I developed. So what I do is that after you see the walls here, right, spray a thin coat of WD-40. Okay, so now using WD-40, it will cover most of the area because it's a very fine liquid and it will be absorbed by the wall. If hopefully it will cover up most of the very fine cracks, and you won't have much of the water penetration issue after that. So what we do is leave it to dry. Okay. So after it's dry, then we do the next thing. Okay, because you see the wall is like that, it's kind of like uneven. So with a bucket of wall filler, okay, this will help us to do the next job. Right. This wall filler is actually water-based. Right. What it means water-based is that when you find it too dry, just add warm water, make it more workable to you. Okay, if it's too dry, add water, make it workable to you, right? And then it forms a paste that you can apply onto the wall. Okay, now let me remind you, because this is water-based material, so you don't want to use it in a place where it's going to be wet. Now, we've got a problem here. This is where the leakage of water is happening. So without WD-40, and you apply this straight on, your problem is not solved. Right? You're still going to have issue of water penetration because it's going to be dissolving this. So WD-40, that's why I apply WD-40 first, then applying this. Okay. Okay, don't be shy using this wall filler. Okay. The good thing about this wall filler is that after it's dry, you can use some fine sandpaper to sand it to get rid of all these rough edges that's created, or rough surface that's created after you scrape the material onto the wall. Okay, so it's a bit messy. That's not a big issue. You can always come back like half a day later when it's dry. It dries very quickly. Okay. When you find it a bit hard to work with, add a bit more water, or even use a bit more of the material will help you. Right? Just be patient and do it thoroughly, and you should have a very nice, clean, and hopefully waterproof wall after that. Okay, that's about all for this episode. Hope that we learned something, okay, and it's helpful to you.